I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, Blair,
Here.
Candeloro,
Here.
DePalma,
Here.
Marshall,
Here.
Strangeland,
Here.
Unruh,
Present.
Rumble.
Here. All right, we're looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the
Second.
agenda as presented.
Thank you, Roz. Thank you, Steve. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Brings us to our reports. We have the treasury report, the monthly reconciliation report, the general ledger report, the designated fund report. Hold on, I got ahead of myself here. I do not see a building report. Recreation department report. John, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, just real quick. We are offering an outdoor yoga class. We're going to do 5 dates. The first date is this Saturday in the park. Doing it out by the gazebo. It's $8, so pre-registration is required. You can register on the spot, but it's something fun that we're going to try this year, and we're really excited about it. So if you guys want to check it out or let anyone know, it's Saturday morning. So
You don't want to see me in yoga pants.
I can't wait for this.
I kinda
class.
do.
This is exciting.
I do.
All right.
I kind of do.
I'll see that.
Yeah, I kind of
I'll
do.
see you there.
All right. Thank you, John.
So, all right. Thanks.
Edna Burton Senior Center. Faye, do you have anything?
So we had our first barbecue carnival game on Wednesday, and we had 250 people.
Holy smokes.
That's
So
That was awesome.
we had a lot of help, a lot of support from area organizations and individuals and businesses. And it was gonna be a one and done until everybody kept saying, well, you gotta have it next year.
Yeah, I heard that a lot too.
We are having it on June 24th of 2027. It's the last Wednesday. That way it's not too close to the 4th.
Okay.
And Jason, I want to thank you so very much. You helped me out immensely.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I knew you liked 2 hours, so I thought, oh, I'm giving one to Jason.
Nice. I didn't even know these things existed.
Oh, they do. You can bring your own tea.
Cool.
We had it when I was a kid, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
Awesome.
so.
So is this
But-
going to be available in the township?
Yeah, we'll leave it here. Yeah, absolutely.
But it went very well, and I've had nothing but positive feedback.
For sure.
I had someone call me today and say how wonderful it was. I had to call the village manager to make sure that next year wasn't gonna mess around with anything that they were doing too, and he said that he had heard nothing but positive. So I'm glad we did it. It was a lot of work, but it was well worth it. So,
Thank you, Faye.
thank you.
Trustees, Scott, you got anything tonight?
I attended our retirement subcommittee meeting with Dana. And it was my first one, so it was very interesting to get caught up on all the issues with retirement. It's good to know that it's going and it's stable and going good. Dana, I'm sure I'll have more to expand on that.
Thank you. Steve?
Somewhat busy with stuff, but nothing really to report.
Okay. Bob?
Just a couple of things that are already covered by somebody else. Went to the wage subcommittee meeting, which I'm sure we'll cover later. And then also September Fest meeting, which we'll cover later.
All right. Thank you. Tony?
Nothing to add.
Okay. Treasurer? Dana?
Sure. Tax bills went out on June 30th, so you guys should have had them by now. We've been collecting payments the past week. They are due until September 15th. We still have one-year dog tags. They are late, but they're still available. I went to Oakland County training regarding tax collecting. Let's see. I attended the Retirement Oversight Committee meeting, and our funding is at 74% on our retirement. I went to the wage subcommittee meeting. I attended the senior center barbecue. That was a lot of fun, Faye. Thank you very much for everybody who helped put that on. I attended the farmer's market a few times during June, and last weekend they had a pet parade. The dogs were all so cute. I didn't bring my dogs. My daughter took the dog up north, and then I attended the Firefighters Association, golf. I'm not sure that the exact Firefighters Association Foundation. There we go. Foundation. Yep, for their golf outing, and they were raising funds for burn camp and for the foundation, right? And that was a good time, and I think that's everything I did.
All right, thank you, Dana. Rosalind?
Good evening. Thank you for attending the board meeting this evening. The clerk's office has received 3 reimbursements. And one of them was our early voting wages grant from November of 2024. That's in the amount of $3,923.25. We also had a BGYA reimbursement in the amount of $660, and then another reimbursement for $990. So those last 2 BGYA reimbursements were from the Community Development Block Grant. I did complete my clerk accreditation through the Bureau of Elections. I did attend a webinar regarding voting and citizenship proof. I just want to put this out there that our state Senate district has changed from the 24th district to the 23rd district. Therefore, Brandon Township residents will be receiving a voter information card to their mailbox. They should be hitting any time. And I just wanted to say thank you to Faye, the Edna Burton Senior Center staff, volunteers, sponsors. The community barbecue that was held at the Senior Center on July 2nd was amazing. So thank you for all who contributed. And it was great to see a lot of people just enjoying themselves in the community. It was amazing. So thank you.
All right, thank you. For the supervisor's report, I just wanted to say good luck to all of our local youth that will be showing at the Oakland County 4-H Fair starting this Friday. Our next no-haz date is Saturday, July 19th at Kensington Church in Lake Orion. You can make an appointment at nohaz.com. The cost of Brandon Township residents for that is $20. Just a reminder, there are still some mosquito products available at the supervisor's office from the Oakland County grant. They are provided on a first-come, first-served basis, and they're starting to run out. And then lastly, Greg, you want to come up for 1 second? I just wanted to recognize Lieutenant Glover and all of our officers at Brandon Township Substation for their work in getting Brandon Township named as the 4th safest city in the state of Michigan. And this certificate, thank you very much, is from Representative Shriver's office. So Greg has seen this already, but I just wanted to present it to him formally. But that is for being the 4th safest city in the state of Michigan. So thank you, Greg, and to all of our substation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work.
And that is it for the supervisor's report tonight. Did you want to say something?
You guys, this isn't, 95% of this isn't on me. This is our detective bureau. The arrest, the closing of the cases that the feds monitor. We have a high arrest rate on our crimes out here and closure rates, and that's where the statistics come from. That really is centered out of our detective bureau.
Great.
They just get direction and help from me from time to time.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks.
That brings us into our correspondence. We have the wage subcommittee meeting minutes of June 17th, the September Fest meeting minutes of June 18th. So that brings us to citizens' comments on agenda items. You are limited to 3 minutes, and just please state your name. Does anybody have anything on agenda items? Okay, see none, we'll move on. There's no discussion tonight. That brings us to our consent agenda. We have regular meeting minutes of June 2nd, 2025. Regular bills in the amount of $13,755.50, and prepays in the amount of $1,013,078.24. Looking for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Support.
Thank you. Can we get a roll call, please?
Sure can. Marshall?
Yes.
Strangeland?
Yes.
Unruh?
Yes.
Blair?
Yes.
Candelora?
Yes.
DePalma?
Yes.
Rumble?
Yes. Motion carries. No unfinished business, so we'll get right into our new business. The first item is the closed session with the township attorney legal opinion. Can you get a motion to go into closed
So
session?
moved.
Second.
Thank you. Can we get a roll call, please?
Stangland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries, and we will be back shortly.
So moved.
Second.
Dana and Steve, thank you. Can we get a roll call on that, please?
Sure can. Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stangland,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. And then we need approval of the closed session minutes, which are, do we have to read those minutes out?
No.
Stuart? No?
No.
Okay. Okay, so does somebody want to make that motion? to
I'll make the
approve?
motion to approve the closed session minutes.
Second.
Thank you. Can we get a roll call, please?
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stangland,
Yes.
Unruh.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. Action resulting from the closed session, I would like to make a motion to authorize the township attorney to negotiate a potential prepayment of cell tower funds from American Tower.
Second.
Support.
I think that was Steve, but
Yep.
Yes, I'll tower fees, probably.
I think it was Steve too.
can we get a roll call, please?
Sure can. Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stangland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair, Blair,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes,
And I'm sorry, who did the motion and who seconded it?
I did, and Steve seconded it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that brings us back to, thank you, Stuart. That brings us back to our regular items, and the first one, you have the wage schedule policy amendment for 2026. The wage subcommittee met on June 17th and discussed the internal wage study results, and Chief is coming up here because Chief's a part of that, and employee wages. It included giving township officials, fire department employees, and township employees a wage increase. The wage schedule of 26 resulting from those discussions is attached. So we have two motions on here. Motion 1 is for township wages, motion 2 is for fire department wages.
I have a question, Jason.
Yes.
I did a quick scan of the paperwork that was left on the desk.
Uh-huh.
I don't see a difference between
Yep,
that
on
and
the
what.
second page, there's a highlight for the OTV.
Oh,
We
okay,
had
I
to
did see
raise
that.
those wages
Yep.
up to minimum wage.
All right, I did see that. Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right. Chief, do you want to add anything to that, or you? Okay. All right, so would somebody like to make the first motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the amended township wage schedules as presented with effective date of January 1, 2026.
Thank you. Somebody like to second that?
Second.
Thank you, Scott. Any additional comments on the first motion? Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stangland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. And then for the next motion for the fire department wages for 26?
I motion to approve the fire department wages as presented with an effective date of January 1st, 2026.
Second.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments or questions? Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall,
Yes.
Stangland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. And that brings us to the 2027 wages. We always try to do these wage increases over 2-year terms. So this is just the exact same thing, but for 2027. So the first motion is for township wages.
I'd like to approve the amended township wage schedules presented with effective date of January 1, 2027.
Thank you, Steve. Somebody like to second that?
When I do it, you do that.
Oh, I see.
Second.
Okay. I'll do
Say second.
Second.
Okay.
Partnership over here.
All right.
New guy.
I thought that was a.
New guy.
Keeping me fly.
Any additional comments on the 2027 township wages?
I was just gonna say also in the packet behind those motions were the study that we did as that the
Wage
wage,
subcommittee
that the
did,
wage
yep.
subcommittee did, just so people know that the study was included for everybody, so.
Yep. And what all of these wages are based off of.
And what they're based off of, and from time of when the wage committee started a few years back.
Yep. All right. And can we get a roll call now then?
Stangland,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Rumble,
Yes, motion carries. And then we have the same motion for the fire department wages for 27.
I'll motion to approve the fire department wages as presented with an effective date of January 1st, 2027.
Thank you, Tony.
Support.
Thank you, Bob. Any additional comments on the 27 fire department wages? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Unruh,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stanglin,
Yes.
Rumble,
Yes, motion carries. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. I just want to pass along, thanks again on behalf of my staff, as well as I'm sure the township staff, and everybody that was on the wage study committee that helped put that together, as well as the employees that helped gather that information, the data. So thank you again.
Thank you, Chief. All right, that brings us to the clerk's municipal credits.
Yep. So this is something we do every year. This is just okaying me to sign the Smart Municipal Credit and Community Credit contract for fiscal year 2026. Typically for the municipal credits, we get credits from the village and from Groveland Township. I do know that both of these are going to be going to their board this month. So I really don't know what Groveland's going to do with their smart credits this year. I know that half of their community is Holly, half is Brandon Township, and WODA is now servicing their whole community. So I'm not sure if their board's going to give their credit money to WODA or if they're going to give it to Brandon Township. But I just kind of wanted to put that out there.
I'll make a motion to have the clerk sign the Smart Municipal Credit and Community Credit Contract for 2026 and send the contract to Smart.
Thank you, Dana.
Second.
Thank you, Steve. Any additional comments on the municipal credit contract? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Blair,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stanglin,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Rumble,
Yes, motion carries. That brings us back to citizens' comments. If anybody has any comments on anything, just please state your name and know that you have 3 minutes to comment on anything. Yep.
Hi, my name's Ed Darbyshire. I live at 1125 Connell Road. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, there was a really bad accident. I thought it was pretty bad, on the corner of Oakwood and Connell. And I live in 3 blocks away. I heard the crash happen. I went down there. I was on the way out anyways. And I got hit at that accident when I first moved out here about 30 years ago. And it's a really bad intersection. They allow the cars going westbound to pass. And the road commission has not trimmed down the brush, so you got to pull way past the stop sign just to see down the road to see if there's oncoming traffic. And the other thing is the gravel that's on the intersection. When I ran for supervisor last year, that was one of my main concerns, is that the road commission is not doing the job of sweeping those the gravel back off the road. So when you go to pull out, you're basically on marbles. And then if you go to stop, when you went to pull out, because you're so far out in the intersection, you got to stop and put it in reverse, and you're on marbles still. The county has one road sweeper, I think, that's supposed to do that job. They don't. It seems like they don't do it. It's always, the truck's always broke. I don't know what the deal is there, but like I said, if you're on a motorcycle, it's even worse. And that intersection's not the only one that's really bad. Hurd Road in Oakwood is just terrible. Someone's going to get killed. Both those are, if you don't trim back the brush, if you don't sweep that intersection about the gravel washout off, it's just really bad. I pay taxes on a lot of vacant property and my property here, and the main reason is roads, police, fire, and your wages, which I don't understand. When you run for office, you can vote in a wage increase the same year. It seems like you should not be able to vote in a wage increase until after you're out, but that's another subject. But imagine my 3 minutes is up, so if someone could address those issues, it'd be really simple to just do a double yellow line so that no one's passing at that intersection. And it would really hopefully save someone's life.
Ed, just for you, I can talk to road commission about that. I don't know that they'll change the passing lane, but I sure I can get them to cut the brush back. And just so you know, road commission is gonna be redoing all of those approaches as part of that Oakwood project, so that should help it out too. So, does anybody else have any comments on anything? Okay, see none. Any additional board comments, Scott?
Nothing.
Steve?
No, sir.
Bob?
Not a thing.
Tony?
Nope.
Dana?
Thank you to the Detective Bureau and Greg and the whole department, and happy July.
Thank you. Rosalind? Okay, I don't have anything additional tonight. We're looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Support.
Thank you, Dana. Steve already said it. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.